let me just quickly fix this up so I can actually see it properly. Yep, we are good. Actually, no. Yep, no, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's working. Nothing's breaking. Not like yesterday. We're all fine. I hope so. How's the sound? I can still hear the sound. Has it broken? Has it not? I'm going to be very pissed if it breaks. And my keyboard's decided to stop. I think. Yeah. Cool. I can't use my hotkeys. That's even better. Woo. Alright. Hello everyone to ACRL round 2, season 12 at Hungaroring. It's the home GP for some drivers in the league, I believe. So we will see if one of them can actually pull off a win at the home GP. But you know, Mikkel's in here. We have seen Mikkel. He is very fast, so I kind of doubt it. But if we have anything like Britain, it might happen. To be honest, it might happen. Well, Paul will be our first car on track for Alfa Romeo. I've been told it is a wet qualifying dry race. Now, if you missed last race, Mikkel actually missed that race, so he didn't attend. We had to redo last week's race because we tried the same race the week before that week, and it broke, so we missed qualifying. We just did the race, and it still broke, so we just continued on to finish the race, get it done with. But the winner last week was actually T-Mac. T-Mac T-Mac was a commentator with me. I think he's actually switched to full-time driving, or a full-time reserve now, so he's no longer going to join me in commentary. So I'll just be by myself again. So yay for me. I'm going to lose my breath quite a bit. So Paul, first one to come across the line to start his lap. Then he's got his teammate Rantics behind him. I believe Silver Arrow right behind. They'll be the first three to start lap. And Mikkel's just his way off. This, as I said, dry race. So be very interesting to see if the drivers chose a wet, like between a mix between wet and dry, or just going for a full dry. You expect a full dry setup to be used. Paul coming through the second now. His teammates just a few seconds behind him. Now to see what time Paul was able to set as his banker for others to chase down. It was like one of the Williams that did come out. Well, it damaged his wing, so they're going back in. Not entirely sure why. Most other people coming out on track now, you just have two people. You have Dump Truck S and DeGrando. Dump Truck S actually been a reserve driver, I believe. I don't know his name in Discord. But that's his name in... Otherwise, we actually have a retirement. He's actually lost it into the... He's actually lost it into turn 2. Or turn 3, more to say. So Paul didn't come across first, 27.7 fast lap. Rantic beat that with 27.3. But Silver Arrow just came across the line, beats that with 27.2. And now I believe my game is bugged. Yes, it is. This is great. God damn it. Mikkel just coming across the line now, 26.9. 3/10 faster than Silver. Then I believe one of the Ferraris coming across. He's starting a lap though. I believe we got Sender, but he's coming in because he invalidates the lap. Let's jump to King because he'll be the next one across to finish his time right now. So up to the line, he does a 28.8, 1.1 seconds off Paul. We'll be looking to improve that time. We'll jump down to Delensky, and then we'll jump down to Miko's on our lap. So when jumping in, Delensky comes across the line, 27.5. Miko just crossing the line now to start his flying lap. I believe that Paul is coming across the line to start another flying lap. I think Rantix, he's on a flyer at the moment. He's coming across the line, improving on his previous time. Comes across the line now, 26.6, beats Mikau's time. I believe Silver Arrow now coming across the line. He's 6/10 sub. He'll come across the line. He does a 26.3. He found almost 3/10 in the last two corners. And Richard comes across the line now, 26 flat. We'll jump on board with Mikau. He's 1.2 away. He does 25.6. He beats them all. Sits back on pole. But we got Combined coming now for his first lap to be completed. Doesn't look like it will come close to Mikau's. He will sit for 27.9. Behind Paul, you got Tim West just behind, starting his lap. I believe Keen is on his another fly. He's 7/10 up out of sector 2. He gets a little bit of slide on the last corner. Comes across the line now, 28.4 for his time. Now we got Delensky to round the final corner in his Red Bull. He's actually 2/10 up. He gets a little bit slide, the same as Keen. Does a 27.9, so he's actually called that off on the slide just then. We got Miku just crossed the line. He did a 29.4, and I believe Paul just crossed the line, 27.2, jumps Delensky. And then we got another Red Bull coming across the line to start his lap. I believe Richard is on a lap. Silver has invalidated his lap, so he'll be coming to start his lap again. Richard's actually gone into pit lane. On board with Mikau. He's actually turned off his ERS as well, so he'll be coming into pits as well. But I believe Combined YouTube is on a flyer at the moment, so we'll see where he ends up. We got a yellow flag, sector 2 or start sector 2. That is, I believe, Delensky giving way to people. Yes, it is. So Delensky giving way to people, so they're able to finish that lap. We've got Keen, who's actually invalidated his lap. We had someone across the line, but I don't know who. Tim West came across the line, goes into 6, 27.4. I believe Sender just came across the line to start his lap. Muku's actually invalidated, so he won't improve his time. We'll jump on board Dump Truck, but he's actually invalid as well. We got Guranda out there going to start his lap right now. His Silver is actually 3/10 up on his time. He's actually looking at Mikau's time. He's gone purple sector 2. He's actually looking to take that away. But we believe Delensky, he's on a flyer, so we jump Delensky, then we jump back to Silver. But Delensky, it looks like he was on the cooldown, because I did see him let drivers through, or Silver get a little bit sideways on the final corner. Only 1/10 improved, so 26.2 for his final time. Then we got Guranda behind, starting his flyer lap. I believe Tim is on a fly, but he is invalid, so he will be gone again. We got Sender just behind as well. He'll be coming to start his flying lap. A lot of drivers taking the wide line to get a better exit onto the Tiny Straight. Center doing a 28.2, goes a 9 fastest, and we're seeing some interesting. Paul's actually gone to the soft tire, so this is very interesting. We got one to Mercedes leaving pits. That is Keen, he's leaving pits. We got Miku, he's 1.1 seconds up on his time. We got one to Alpha's behind, but he's gone into pit lane as he was on that out lap. Now he's back in the pits to fit dry tyres, I believe. He could cross line 28.3 for his fastest lap. I believe Zelensky's on his flyer at the moment. 7/10 up on his time. Isles sector 2. Mikhail's in the pit lane to change tyres. Zelensky doing a 26.6 as his fastest, beats Paul by 6/10. So we got a lot of people coming into the pit lane now to change their tyres. The jump ball with Granado, who's actually coming across to start his, or to finish his first flying lap, 1:30 flat. I believe he made a mistake somewhere in his lap. We got Richard, who just came across to start his lap. I believe that Tim is also on his fly. He's actually on par to beat Paul. He even might beat Rantix, and he does. He does a 26.614, beats Rantix by 1,000th of a second. So we got Miku coming in pits now. We got Keena, who will, or not Miku, send it in the pit. We got Keena coming around the final corner, or second last corner, to come into pit lane. We also got Sender, who will be in pit lane as well. Oh god. We see Rantix is actually out on the soft tyres. Now I'm not seeing any spray of any of the tyre. Actually, we're on board with Richard. There's a tiny bit of spray in the second sector. He's actually purple on his lap. That'll be purple sector 2. So the 3,000's up on his time. Holds the tighter line than most drivers see through that final or second last corner. So up to the line now comes Richard, 26.033. He went half a tenth quicker, I believe, than his previous time. Tim is coming to the pit lane right now. I want to jump on board with Antix. He's actually on the soft tire, so this will be very interesting with the grip level. As we got combined, he's also out on the Intus. Same with Keen behind, but I believe Keen finished his flying lap, so he will be... Actually, he's going again on that same tyre, so we're watching Rantis. He actually went 6 cents faster on his out lap, so that might mean or indicate that the soft tyre is a little bit quicker at the moment. As we see Mikhail, he's actually... Mikhail's deciding which is quicker, the soft or the Inters. Mikhail's not entirely sure either. Gotta run the Red Bulls out just ahead in sector 2. What is up, PTR? Got dump truck just out ahead. Take a look. Yeah, okay, I'll look at that when qualifying finishes. It happened again. What? I'll look. Okay, I don't know what you say it happened again for, but I've got to look at it and I'll probably understand why. What do you mean by it happened again? So Rantix actually on the soft tire on the drying track. We'll see how much he's up by. He's actually down on his time, 1.8 seconds. So that actually, I don't know. Is it so? I heard someone hit the wall. Oh, this is bad. We got Rantix coming through. Oh no, Rantix has gone into pit lane. As he's seen that those soft tires are not in the right condition. At the moment, we got King Kong across the line. Just see how much he was up by. He does 27.9. Puts it in P8. I believe Miku, he's coming across the line now. We got combined. He's choosing which tire to fit. We got Mikau. He's coming out on the soft tire. At the moment, I think Mikau's coming out to test the conditions. I believe Grando's on the out lap. But in sector 3, we'll just start. So we've seen a lot of soft tires being selected. Who is on a flyer? Miku's on a flyer at the moment. See, so Miku 3,000 up on his time at the moment. We'll see how much he's able to improve by. He has to be his teammate, which is 28.262, but he's just fitted a soft tire compound. So Miku will have to decide to abort this lap or either continue on this lap if he wants that soft tire or the free tire choice for the race. Like seeing what's happening on the track, there is some spray on that tire. Oh, as Miku gets a snap of oversteer, second last corner, that's going. Oh, Mikau is actually coming in as well on those softs. So Mikau might actually be rethinking his tire choice at the moment. I'm not seeing any spray now, so it might be the crossover point for the soft tires at the moment. We don't see anyone on track that is on inters. We got Stefano to join us as a reserve driver. I don't know what car he's joining, but he's going to be in one of the cars. I have no idea which one though. So we got looks like Tim's had a spin out of turn one. It's gone around about 3 times, I believe. Oh, he's just taking out Grando. Oh, lucky Grando's got no damage. What did I just see? Grando absolutely getting murdered. So, Grando and Tim both deciding to retire on the track. With oncoming. Oh no, Grando absolutely been murdered. John board with Delensky. He's actually 5.4 seconds out. He'll be the first car to set a proper time on those soft tires. We'll see what time he was able to do, but I believe it's actually no. Yeah, it is. So Delensky is the first one. Richard, who just crossed the line, he'll be starting his lap on the medium tire. Delensky crossed the line, does a 1:18.6 as the fastest lap. I believe we got combined up next for the fastest lap. Or for his fastest lap, he'll be coming across the line now. That's a 21.0. So those medium tires, it didn't look like it was the right choice on a drying track. We got Mikhail coming across the line, but he will be starting his lap. We got Dump Truck coming around the final corner now. As I believe this is his first race for ACRL, as he is reserve driver. He does a 1:19.7. We got Sender coming across the line now, 1:19.3 for his fastest lap. Got Silver Arrow, comes across, does 18.1, goes quickest overall, but we got his teammate Richard on those soft tire or medium tire compounds. He's 4.7 seconds up on his time. It's not quite enough. He needs to be about 8 seconds up to, I think it's 8 seconds. Yeah, 8 seconds up to get into the 18. So I believe he'll go into the 19s or 20 around final corner. Now to the line, does 18.9, so it proved me wrong. Because 18.9, and we got Paul comes across the line now, does 1:17.3. I believe Ranch's across the line now as well, goes faster, 17.1. Zelensky also across the line. He actually did 2 laps on those tires. He does a 17.5 as his quickest time. Now Mikhail, we're watching Mikhail for his fastest. He's 6.9 seconds up on his time. Around the final corner, up to the line. What he does a 15.7 and puts on pole. Probably, what time did Rantix do? I can't remember now. So there's times we got Mikau with 15.7 over Rantix, 1.3 second gap to Rantix. Paul doing a 17.3, 2 tenths behind his teammate with Delansky in 4th, 17.5. Then we got Silver Lucky, Sender Dump Truck combined, and Tim West. Tim West will take a 5 grid place penalty after a collision with Grano. Grano will also have the same thing. Keen, Miku, Flappe, and Shafeno, I think I said that right, will round out the top 15. Shafano and Flappe will not get will not have a time set as they did join late, so they decided not to qualify. Now, as I said at the start of the session, there will be a dry race, so whatever tyre they qualified on that session, they will have to start on, but everyone else who decide to stay in the garages with their inters and not set a time on the softs, they will have free tyre choice. Now, as we have a bit of time before oh no. Oh no. Oh, I feel bad now. Oh, you hit the tire wall on the pit entry in China. That feels bad. Where did you do in China last season as well? I can't. No way. Where did you do it in before? You did it somewhere. I just can't remember where you did it. Yeah, you did an ACRL. ACRL. Did you do? Oh yeah, you did. You did an ACRL China. Because I think teammate caught you doing it. I think that's actually a clip of you hitting the tire wall. Oh, I got a pain in my chest. I don't know why my chest is in so much pain for some reason. You can't catch. Yeah, you cannot catch bait. We say no to that. So everyone who qualified top 10 will be starting on the top quality tires. Richard starting on his medium tires behind his teammate. We got combined also starting the medium tires in 9th. Keen, who actually didn't decide to go out on any dry tires. He decided to stay in the garage with the rest of the people below him. They will all have free tire choice. Keen actually gets free tire choice because he qualified on an inter tire when it's dry track. That will actually if they made you had to start on the inter tire on the dry track, that'll be yikes. That'll be quite to say. You'll see a lot of spins though. So Mikau actually taking the formation lap quite quickly. It would wouldn't yeah, you might expect that. He might have taken some tire life out of it. Is ACRL AUS? No, combat. Yeah, ACRL was. Oh, what is it? Oh crap! I forgot. I think it's like anyone can do ACRL. I think we let anyone in it, to be honest. I actually can't remember. I don't know. I don't think it's specific, but camera help me. Camera, what is happening? No. Is it yours? I'm a commentator. I don't own it. Miku actually owns this. Miku, who's in 11th right now. I think the lobby's broken. Oh, it's fixed. Woo, let's go. 4, 5, red lights, and away we go. It looks like Mikau and Rantic's getting a good start. We got a bit of movement at the back. I think we've gone 4 wide. Well, no, we've gone 3 wide, more like it. Into turn 1, 2 halves are trying to squeeze out Red Bull. There's a bit of contact between the 2 Red Bull drivers. Silvao trying to go around the outside, gets pushed wide by one of the Red Bulls, and falls right behind. Dump truck actually sending it on Rich. Rich is falling backwards on these soft tire runners. Sander gone a bit wide. I believe Dump truck has damage after colliding with his teammate at turn 1. And I believe we got someone around was Zelensky. He has gone around at turn 5, I believe. Or there's a bit more contact at the chicane. Dump truck getting forced wide out. The chicane has to take, or has to cut, more like it. And then he falls back behind Richard after making that overtake. We got a bit of movement at the back. Kina looking very racy behind Mika at the moment. He's trying to get past. We got Stefano. He's actually made it up all the way in the 7th. Now he's ahead of Dump Truck, who I believe he will come into pit lane. And we got Combine trying to go around outside. Miku holding his line against Kina. There, I believe I saw more wing damage just then. Miku did go past 21.7 as fastest lap. I think I need to turn down my game audio because it's I can't hear myself think. We got Dump Truck and Combine going side by side into turn 1. Combine on the outside gets pushed wide by the Red Bull driver. Camera's not helping me. As we got Miku, he just sends it on Combine, pushes him wide, and Keen's all up in it as well and goes side by side through turn 3, 4. So I think it's turn 3. Okay, I don't know. It's okay. Hang on, 1, 2. No, that's turn 4. Like, I don't know. Oh, we got something around. Tim West is around at the spin to win corner. I believe that's turn 6. He's just lost it under traction. Goes all the way back to 14th, but he will be ahead of Zelensky, who had to come in for damage. Jump up to Silver real quick, as he is looking to overtake Paul. As Miko goes fastest yet again, 17.616 for the fastest lap. But we might jump back to King because I didn't. Buttons help me. King now trying to go side by side with Combine, but Combine's got the slipstream of Miku. He's got a slipstream of the Red Bull in front of him. The Red Bull being on soft tires, so he's holding up this pack quite a bit. As Miku sends it down inside on Dump Truck, gets the move done. Dump Truck gone extremely wide. Oh, as Dump Truck gets a tap by Miku, and he's retired as well. That's a VSC. Miku gets a 5-second penalty for a collision. Yikes. So first penalty being handed out to Miku. That will be served under safety car. Oh no. I had to deal with the same incident. I don't believe it's the same, but it's like basically the same. It's just more room was given, but the guys, Miku says no to it. Now Miku is holding damage on his right side of his end plate, so he will be holding the cars behind him up quite a bit. This will allow Tim West to gain some time, as actually Miku's decided to pit now to get that damage repaired. Jump up to Richard. He's gone side by side with Sender into turn 1. Medium versus soft. The softs are dying quite a bit at the moment, so that Richard is a little bit happy at the moment. Picking up a 3-second penalty, so first track limits penalty has been dished out. Miku did serve his 5-second, and he switched to the hard compound tire, and he's only came up 3.3 seconds behind Zelensky in the 13th. So Miku combined trying to hunt down Keen. He's just ahead of him, and Richard on the charge on those medium tires. Mikael making a bigger lead for himself. We're going to get a DRS train between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th very soon. So this is what happens. So we have great races for about 3 laps, and we get gaps. We get quite a few gaps. This is actually giving me time to get a breather. The first 2 laps are absolutely kills. Oh, combined sending on Keen. I didn't expect that one to happen. Combined not the usual to send it on someone, but he sent it. So combined up into 8th place now. Some people will get this, but combined just don't spin out the Ferrari now. That's all he needs to do. Hasn't done it this season, but he could start. F's in for dump truck, yes, very much. Dump truck. I was watching that. Dump truck absolutely got murdered. Dump truck. It's me. Yeah, you absolutely got killed. Oh, that feels bad. Looks like Keen's actually yep. So Keen's disconnected. We get this every week. So Keen disconnecting once again. That allows Durando to go through nice and easy. We'll jump board with Silver. He's actually chasing down Rantic. Keen has rejoined. We got Flappe actually all over the place on the final corner. I saw on the map. It allows Tim West to go through on the medium tire just ahead of him after making that spin at turn 6. And all my dells have disappeared, so I'm going to have to play the guessing game. This is going to be great. Was it that bad though? I don't know. I just saw you get hit, and then I saw you spin, but I didn't see you actually hit the wall. I just saw dump truck has retired. I just see you get hit. You go sideways. I don't see the wall you hit. Because the way the cameras work, they gave me a camera which is looking down from turn 5 as Sender's actually retired. Let's have a look. Is that... So that's the safety car. Oh, he's missing both of the... he's missing his rear tires. Hello. So Sender DNF in lap 7, missing his rear tires for his car. That's actually brought out of the safety car, so that's going to bring everyone up to a pack. It was so far behind the proximity of whether it goes. Yeah, it happens. Didn't expend that send. It could be the issue of lag. Also could be a effect of that, because I do see a lot of lag bumps, which actually sends people so quick into a wall. It's not even funny. So the top 3, they all have not stopped. So Mikhail, Silver, and Paul all have not stopped under the safety car. They're all on the 6 Apple tires. Now this is going to be very interesting to see what these guys do. We might actually see these guys into pit lane. This lap, I don't see those soft tires lasting very long at all. Flappe also did not pit under safety cars, so he's up into 5th place under safety car. We got Alex Braun. Did I say that? I don't know, but we had an Alex join. Alex just joins. I don't know if this lobby is set to friends only or open, to be honest. I believe it's set to friends only, so it's even Miku's friend or something. So there we go. We got Miku, Mikhail, Paul, and Silver all into pit lane. That allows Vantix, Flappe, and Richard all to jump position. I think that will allow Stefano and the combined also will jump these 3 drivers as well. Grando will not jump these, so there goes combined. And Mikhail is now down in the 6th place. I believe the safety car came out just after Mikhail passed the pit, or the pit entry, so he just was unlucky. And I believe Silver Arrows just got unlucky. Now it's behind Keenan Grando. After his pit stop, he was behind Paul, but that was under safety car. There we go. Alex has is there any way I can rewind the stream when you're live? Okay, yes, there is. So if you go, okay, if you click on my name, you go videos, and then you click, it will be the first video to show up. And that, it won't be live, it will just be a video of this live stream. So it will be live, the video will be done all the way up until now. You just turn it back to how far you want to go. Capiche? I hope I said that right, but as this is going, I'm getting a drink, because I think I'm going to be talking quite a bit on Safety Car Restart, and I think it's about to happen. Yeah. Yes, I did. Okay, so Safety Car in this lap. Rantix will be leading the field on the Safety Car. I believe this will be his second Safety Car restart from starting from the front. He did it last week in Britain, so we'll see how this goes. Actually, in Britain was quite hectic because him and T-Mac were decent. So Rantix controlling the restart of the field, and he's decided to go now. He gets a little bit slide on the final corner, but he has jumped Flappe quite massively. This is going to allow Richard to go down the inside of turn one, as Flappe's not going to get a lot of benefit from that slipstream. Here goes Richard down the inside. He fakes out the racing point to take a really deep line. This allows his teammate Stefano to go through as well on that new set of tyres. So Flappe losing 2 places on Safety Car restart. It almost might be 5 as combined is up all over the back of it, but Mikhail is all over the back of combined at the moment as Miku gets a 3-second penalty to his name. As Rantix has a 1.2 second lead already over Richard, just ahead of him. Mikhail actually not being able to pass combined at the moment, so this is actually hindering his race for that first place finish. But here we go, combined on the inside of Flappe, down inside. Mikhail also follows him down inside. So thank you very much. Flappe loses 2 spots and 1, and there's a little bit of wing damage on the McLaren, I believe. So Mikhail's just picked up damage and he's into pit lane already. So Mikhail picking up damage. He will have to pit for that damage to be repaired, and now combines up in the 4th. He's got no pressure from Mikhail. But Paul is all over Flappe for 5th place. Goes down the inside nice and easy. There's a little bit of lockup, I believe it was from the Mercedes of Keane, as he's lost out quite a heap of spots. Silver Arrow just past Keane, I believe. Grando trying to go around the outside as well. He's really trying, as we've got Zelensky trying to go around the inside. There's a little bit of contact between the Racing Point and Renault as well. Tim West giving Grando the bump after picking up the 3-second penalty. Now so will be eager to make this move on Flappe just ahead, as Mikhail has actually chosen to go to the medium tyres, as I believe if you go softer, you only get 1 set of hard. So if you get down on that hard tyre, you are done for. And Silver goes down the inside of Flappe and the 3rd last corner in sector 3. It gets that move done. Now we'll be chasing down Paul for 5th place. DRS is now enabled for the drivers to use, but it will be only allowed to use when they come to the back straight. Once again, we got a contact. Keane's in the wall. Keane has lost most of his wing, and no VSC or safety car has been called, but Keane is missing his whole wing now. I believe that was contact with Tim or Flappe on the main straight. I don't know which one. Flappe actually defending from Tim West at the moment. This race is insane. Oh. I'm so glad I commentate these. This is just, this is insane. I don't see these in the other leagues, I do. So the real battle on track at the moment is Tim West going on Flappy. He's going to try to round the outside or inside, but doesn't get the move done as Flappy forces him wide a bit. He's going to go to inside now for third last corner. Gets the move done. Flappy is quite used to again taking down inside of that corner. So oh god, I can't stop. Say one word, so I had to burp straight away after it. That was just great. So as we, I believe, yeah, he's into pit lane once again. So Keen into pit lane to get that wing repaired. Stefano up into third place. He just picked up a penalty on turn 5. He's actually defending from combined Paul and Silver. Silver making up that time. The Paul now has a 4-way train for T3. We got Lucky Richard on Romantics quite soon. They're both on the same use of tyres at the moment as they pit under, I believe they pit the same lap as each other. This time around, combined Paul and Silver will have DRS. Zelensky just joined into the train. Now Zelensky will have DRS on Silver, so we might see a few attacks by a few people from the 4th position. I think we'll see Silver Arrow make an attempt to overtake first. He doesn't decide to pull on the Alpha ahead of him, so he sits back. He might go for a switchback. No. Is behind it once more. This is a problem with Hungary. If you get stuck in a DRS train, it's very hard to overtake anyone. You kind of have to catch someone without DRS to actually make any attempted overtakes at Hungary. Stefano currently doing very well to defend his position. He's actually currently holding 3-second penalty to his name, so he will actually drop back behind all of these drivers that he's holding up, but he's probably bragging rights, saying I'm a reserve driver, but I can hold up full-time drivers if I please. We also got Tim West in the back. He's actually on medium tires. He will join this train. I don't believe the medium tires will actually make it to the end, so that he will have to make another stop. Keen actually trying to go on the soft tires, which is very interesting. So we did start this race with 15, now we're down to 13 after a dump truck sender both in. I think dump truck actually colliding with Miku. I believe it was on lap 2. He collided with Miku, DNF'd. Otherwise, VSC sender bender on lap 5 at the fast right-hander, brought out full safety car, which led to the situation we're in at the moment. So Grano in pits now as well for soft tyres. I believe he's getting damaged, repaired. We're not seeing any movements between any of these drivers, so they're all comfortable just following each other at the moment. We're coming to the DRS zone for the main straight right now. Everyone's past DRS detection. Mine actually got past Stefano. Stefano looks like he made a mistake and it's dropped back all the way down to Tim West. Now Combine's not going to have DRS on any of these guys. I don't know when Stefano made his mistake. But he's dropped all the way down to where Tim West is now. Tim West will That was a interesting lag spot. Like, I don't know what you call that lag. What? So Delensky picking up the second penalty to his name now. Him, Delensky, Delensky, Stefano, and Tim all equal on pen, so they can fight for positions as they want. And there goes my Delta. Thank you, Keen, for disconnecting and reconnecting. This is helping me so much. Making the move on Stefano. I believe he made it same spot he did on Flappe just then. As the gap between all these drivers are starting to increase a little bit as they're able to go their usual pace. Lucky still following closely behind Romantics. Little P1. As Mikko has just caught up to the back of Miku and Flappe for P9 after Mikko sustaining damage on the safety car restart. We got Grando. It looks like he's actually spun at last corner. I believe it's got. Does he have damage? Yes. Grando holding quite a bit of damage to his front winger. Now there's the pit stop strategy from AWS saying us the pit stop strategy is for one stop and is now open. But that is that's already been done as drivers have pitted on that soft period because of the safety car. But it's telling us the medium tyre is now due for a stop. We might see Flappe, who decided not to pit on the safety car, actually come in for his stop. So Flappe decided not to pit this lap. We might see Mikko make an overtake on Miku right now. And here we go, Miku going to overtake Flappe, but Mikko was actually thinking of overtaking Miku. And there he goes, he sends on Flappe down inside. Flappe, yeah, just ignoring that Mikko is there and just taking the racing line. Quite interesting. As we got sign around, it looks like Paul's had a spin at turn 6. That's a spin the wind curve. If you hit that curve, you're going around regardless of what you do. So Paul now spun. I believe he's got massive damage. Yeah, he's got end plate damage to his car. That will not help his time at the Hungaroring. Grando picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane as we got Richard. He's actually still chasing down Rantix just ahead of him. We got a VSC has been called. Grando has crashed out. See him there just after turn 1. Just saw the rear, the back of his car because I couldn't quite catch it quick enough. But he did spin out turn 1. He has taken off a wheel to DNF him. That's brought up VSC out. As we got some drivers deciding to pit under the safety car. We got two drivers, Delansky, Tim, again off those medium tires. We see Mikhail come in pit lane. So also got Mikhail. He's actually decided to come into pit lane. Same with Miku just behind him. They're gonna get off those tires as this safe. VSC is actually staying out quite a long time. So Mikhail now into pit lane. He's actually grabbing his hard tires that he used at the start of the safety car restart that he had to switch off of too. Yeah, I can't talk. Now we got a bit of gaps forming between drivers. So Mikhail, who pitted under VSC, he's just came out in 10th. He's actually been jumped by Miku, which is quite interesting. So he's up behind Paul now. Paul been on those medium tires, but Mikhail is a quick driver as we know, so he will probably get past on those hard tires and make the gap. Not have any DRS assistance. Mikhail will have that DRS assistance on Paul, so we might see a change up for position coming onto this main straight. There's an overtake, there's a DRS, and here comes Mikhail for 9th. Mikhail not actually deciding to pull any overtake moves, so he might actually wait for this straight, just come right up, or he's actually going to sit behind Paul and just allow. Nope, there we go. Mikhail down the inside at turn 3. And side by side all the way down to turn 4. Paul will have that inside line. He gets the position that still Mikhail will have to sit behind one more lap on that driver. So we got back to Silver Arrow, who's actually chasing down Combined. Did I see that? Combined full revving out, it kind of just died halfway down the straight and then turned itself back. That's funny. That is funny, man. That is very funny. So we got this battle happening for third place. 310 separate these two drivers, but Mikhail, the talking point at the moment, down in 10th when he's actually usually up in first place due to his pace and qualifying. Now he's making that attempt on Paul, goes down the inside at turn 1 as Paul's turning quite too early, hits the side of the McLaren on the apex of turn 1. Paul thought about to go down the side, decides not to, with Mikhail using actually a lot of that curve. Very interesting that Mikhail's actually, his car's that stable, it won't spin out on him. And Mikhail will refocus on Miku, who's just ahead of him for 8th place. I believe Mikhail also holds the fastest lap. No. Okay, King's glitched. God damn it. Yeah, so Mikhail currently with the fastest lap is a 17.1 for fastest lap. Silver is still not able to make that overtake attempt on Combined work. Mikhail just getting within DRS detection of Miku just ahead of him. The penalty, Stefano already driving with 6 seconds. Other guys have 3 to their name. As I say that, Delensky picks up a 3-second penalty, focusing track limits. That will be at turn 5. That penalty was gained at. jump on board with Silver. He's actually chasing combined still. Right, here comes Silver Arrow. If he's going to try any overtaking attempt, decides not to. We've got King right there, just he's a lap, so he won't be any issue to the drivers ahead of him. We'll jump back to Mikkel. Mikkel's actually gone way closer to Miku on this last lap, so we might see a position change coming onto this main straight between these two drivers, and Mikkel will have to focus his attention on Tim as we got a retirement. And Flape's lost it, I believe, in the... Oh. I think Miku's actually been squeezed in. We got another VSC brought out for Flape's DNF. I believe that's on the fast right hand. We'll just have a look where his car is stationed now. He's actually on the left, so he's actually... Yeah, he's lost it on the fast right. He's gone right, tried to catch it. Just like over a quarter and just went straight left and hit the wall. It's actually missing his right side tire, so it might mean that he hit the wall and just veered left straight after hitting that wall. So that did bring out VSC, that neutralized the field quite a bit. Mantic's taking full advantage of that. Able to gain a few tenths on Lucky, who's just behind him for a P1. As Mantic's currently leading this race. He did win last week's race, but he actually finished P2 because T-Mac did get 8 cents of penalties removed because of the desync between him and Mantic's actually giving him penalties because of desync. So T-Mac winning last week just takes away from Mantic, so Mantic's looking to redeem his win today. At the moment, it looks like he will get it. Only 11 laps remaining of the race. If you guys enjoy these races, be sure to follow Twitch channel, and it will notify you every time I'm live, either for this race or any other stream that I do on the channel. I'm always live Saturday at this time, and Sunday I'm also live for my own league race. Sometimes live during the week, but that can vary because of university. Just jump down to Silver Arrow. Still trying to make that overtake attempt. He actually might make it right now into turn one. Goes on the outside of Combine, but Combine cuts that inside line off. Pushes Silver Arrow. Why is he allowed to do? I think there's a bit of contact. Combine loses that bit. They're still side by side. Combine falling behind to try and get switchback done, but that's not going to work on Silver Arrow as he had that inside line covered for turn 4, and for turn 5 he will have the racing line in the years ahead. So the switch for third place has happened. Combine falling behind Silver after a few laps of defending. Now Combine will have to save a zero. Save a zero to make an attack again. As Mikkel, who was battling Paul and Miku for the 9th and 10th laps, has actually made a 2.2 second gap to them. Now he's got 10.4 seconds gaps close to Tim, who's right ahead of him as well. Richard actually bringing down the gap up front down to 1.7. Lucky Richard being a lot worse on the ERS than Vantage Fences, being on 7%. Richard on 22 at the moment. Combined still being in with that DRS range of Silver, but it looks like he might lose it this lap around the Hungaroring. Delensky might just chip into that DRS, and he does. He just gets DRS of Stefano ahead of him. Jump back to combine as he's second closest. So I think he's just missed out on the DRS in the ads. Combine just missing out on the DRS detection for the main straight. We'll jump down to Delensky, who will have that detection on Stefano just ahead of him. So here comes Delensky on the Racing Point driver down the outside of turn 1. On the Racing Point, goes around the outside, space given to both drivers, very respectful by both of them. Delensky gained a lot better traction on those medium tyres compared to the Racing Point driver. We'll jump down to Miku as Silva picks up a 3-second penalty, so he's now going to have to make that gap to combine very quickly as we had a yellow flag for turn 5. It looks like he lost it at turn 5, and there's the evidence for him losing. He's lost his whole left side of his wing. So you have to get that. He'll have to come in and replace that wing now. As Miko has taken quite a bit of time out of Tim ahead of him. And he's increased that gap to Paul by 2 seconds from the previous lap. Lucky is still trying to manage to bring down that 1.6 second gap as Miki picks up a 3-second penalty for his troubles. So we might jump on board with Miku. He's actually the only car within DRS at this time. Don't think we'll see Mikkel. I don't think we'll see Mikkel get close enough to Tim to make an overtake. It's actually he's actually losing time as well. He's actually gaining it through the corner. He's just losing on those straights at the moment. As Richard has brought that gap down to 1.1 seconds. We might see a fight for P1 very soon. We might see Rantix defend for his life in a minute from the Haas driver of Lucky at his home GP. But we got Lucky's teammate Silva, who's also catching the 2 drivers ahead of him. And Silva's actually managed to make a gap to combined just fine. It's now 3.1 seconds. Combined needs to be under 3 seconds to gain that position. We'll jump back to Miku, who's still the closest one to make an overtake on Paul at the moment. So for the last corner they come. DRS overtake on. Let's see how much time is able to be made up. Not much time is being made up, but by the end of straight, looks like Miku might have a little look. Pulls out to look at it, but decides not to make any move on the Alfa Romeo Racer at the moment. Sits by him for one more lap, and at the moment he needs to save his ERS. That's what Paul was doing. Paul's saving his ERS. Miku, as soon as he passes Paul, he's going to have to defend for his life with everything he has. So look, Richard losing 2/10 of antics now from that lap. Silva just gaining 2/10 that lap. He's actually put a second between him and combined as well. So it looks this might mean that combined's having a little bit of issues. Trying to keep the tires down on wear. So Richard not able to close that gap, but his teammate Silver Arrow actually closing that gap very quickly. He's now down on 1.54. It was 1.9 at the start of this lap, I believe. And the gap between Rantix has grown out to 1.5 seconds. I believe Rantix using a lot of the US to make that gap possible now. Combined losing a lot of time to the Haas driver ahead of him. So pushing that gap down. It's now 6/10 to both of the teammates. We might see some team orders from Haas, or they might just say, let the drivers go at each other. Give the streamer some entertainment. As a gap between him and Rantix has... I can't talk. Okay, so the gap between Rantix and Lucky has extended 1.6 seconds, but him and Silver now under a second from each other. We can see Richard using the ERS to defend from his teammate, but this teammate not using any ERS. He can see that Richard is low on his battery. Don't know if we'll see a switch between the two drivers. Mikhail bringing down as we see there's a switch. So Haas switching their drivers around. So I have a lot more pace than Richard at the moment. And Mikhail bringing the gap down to Tim West to 3.3 seconds. He's going to have to bring or put out a second a lap on Tim if he wants P7, I believe. Yeah, they're equal on pens at the moment. And if Mikhail wants 7th, if he has to get within 6 seconds of Stefano ahead. And currently, I believe he's 6.2 seconds out from the Racing Point driver in 6th place. So Lucky, after switching his teammate, he's actually lost a lot of time to his teammate. He's now down to 2.1 seconds after that switch. So that is showing how much pace Silver Arrow has in that car. He does a 17.5. I believe he's going quicker than Rantix at this stage of the race. Just so my show that tire saving has its advantages and disadvantages. Silver Arrow being one of the drivers that's very careful on his tires. Mikhail bringing the gap down to 2.5. Tim brings it down to 1.8. Now they're both, I believe they're both within 6. Yes, they are. So both drivers within 6 seconds of Stefano ahead of them. So they both can gain some time. Silver Arrow now chasing down Rantix ahead of him for P1. Now Rantix is going to have to defend for these last 2 laps. Miku picking up a 3-second pen for track limits. And here comes Rantix. He's going to try, or not Rantix, Silver trying to make an overtake. Looks around the Alpha Romeo race. It doesn't see any way to get past. Now here he comes. Into turn 3, he's going to try around the outside, but it doesn't quite work. Rantix comes off the inside quite well. And parks on apex, so Silver can't make a switch back on the Alfa Romeo driver. So Mikhail's actually caught up to Stefano. I think Stefano's made a mistake that lap. And now Mikhail's up into 7. Now he's chasing down Tim. He's got 2 laps to make an overtake on Tim to get 6th place at the moment. But back to the lead battle. Here we go. Silver on Mantix for the lead, but Silver holding a 3-second penalty to his name. If Silver makes this overtake, he's going to have to make 3 seconds within 1 lap, or he's going to lose this win. So into the final corner we go. For the second to last time. DRS being opened for the second to last time. And here comes Silver Arrow down the inside. Or down the outside, you could say, for turn 1. Gets the move done just before the braking zone, and he opens DRS for the last time on this track. We'll jump down to Mikau, who's actually very close to the back of Tim. Flappe signed to lead the session after being DNF for quite a while. And here we go, Mikau again, an excellent run on Tim. And both drivers going to the dirty part of the track, which is probably the worst place to go for any braking. Late braking by both drivers, and Tim forcing Mikau onto the curbing. And there's Mikau up in the 6th place. He gets a move done on Tim. Now we jump back up to the lead, two leaders of the race. Vantix or Silver Arrow just making the second gap to Vantix. So if he was able to catch his teammate early in the race and get switched very quickly, he could have caught the back of Vantix quite fast. But here comes Silver around the final corner for the last time, and due to penalty will not take first place. He finishes on track in first place. Vantix will be redeemed and takes his first win at ACRL Season 2. I believe here comes Lucky for third place. Combined will finish 4th. And Delansky coming across the line to finish 5th now. We've got Mikau, who sustained damage after the safety car restart on lap 7. On lap 7 on combined. Comes across the line to finish 6th. Great recovery drive from the McLaren driver. Tim will finish 8th. Stefano, reserve driver for today, I believe his debut race as well. He will finish 8th as well. Got Paul coming across the line now to finish 9th, and Miku will finish. Miku did. I don't know if Miku finished 10th or just DNF. But there we go, Tim, driver of the day for his drive. But here's Vantix, a redeemed race result for first place. Taking first place after his Britain one was robbed of him. So Vantix finishing first. Silver? It's either Silver or Lucky, I can't remember. I think it's Silver. Silver finished 2nd, Lucky in 3rd, I believe. So Alfred taking a good 25 points home. I believe Paul finished 9th as well. So Vantix finishing 1st with Silver Arrow behind him with that 3-second penalty. Lucky Richard finishes in 3rd, combined 4th, Zelensky 5th, Mikau 6th, Tim 7th, Stefano 8th, Paul 9th, and Miku will finish 10th after DNFing across the line. Then we got Keen finishing out the 11. Keen being the last one to finish the race. Flappe, Grando, Sender, and Dump Truck all DNFing this race. I believe 2 of the Dump Truck being a collision, and then everyone else just being unfortunate and losing under traction. Well, that is ACRL round 12. That is done and dusted. Now I just need to find out what's after Hungary. So we got Spa next week for ACRL. That'll be round 13. Be sure to join us then for the race. But I'm gonna put the Discord link to the Discord if anyone is interested in signing up to the league as a driver or a reserve. But thank you so much for watching. This is Apollo Pepsi, and I was the commentator for ACRL. I'm always, not always be. It'll be lovely if anyone is interested in commentating, because this is solo commentating here. But run out of breath quite quickly, to be honest. But I hope you all enjoyed this race, and we'll see you next week for Spa. Bye.